Abram,
Here I am, Lord.
take your son, your only son Isaac, whom you love, and go to the region of Moriah. Sacrifice him there as a burnt offering on one of the mountains I will tell you about.
Abraham? What's wrong?
Nothing, Sarah. The boy and I are just going for a walk to the mountain.
A walk to the mountain? What mountain? The mountains are at least 2 days' walk away. What is all this about?
Just leave it alone, Sarah.
Leave it alone? Abraham, you are over 100 years old. You have no business going for a stroll to the mountains.
God told me to go to the mountains and make a sacrifice. So I will go. If He commands, then I will do it. And that is that, no matter what.
A sacrifice? Well, I suppose if God commands it, you must obey. I will tell the servants to get you some wood and a lamb.
That won't be necessary.
Abraham, you know you can count on finding enough wood for a sacrificial fire on the mountain. You must take it with you. I suppose there will be plenty of rocks around to build the altar.
Fine. Order the wood to be cut. That is not what I meant.
And the lamb should only take a day or so to find. Do you think we should have a bull instead? Or maybe a ram? Did God tell you what animal He wanted sacrificed?
Yes.
Well, what does He want you to bring to sacrifice?
Isaac.
Yes, Isaac can lead whatever animal it is. He should be with you in case you need any help. Besides, he needs training how to please the Lord with a sacrifice. Abraham? What is wrong? Please tell me. Maybe I can help. Nothing can be so bad that together we can face it.
Sarah, you don't understand. God wants me to sacrifice Isaac.
Sacrifice Isaac? No! You must have heard wrong. God would never ask you to do that. Isaac is our only child, and he is the fulfillment of God's promise to us. Why would God ask you to kill him?
I don't know, Sarah. I don't always understand what God asks. I only know that I am pledged to obey Him. He said to sacrifice my son. Will I not ask God if I heard wrong? God does not explain Himself to me. He gave me a command. I must obey.
But Isaac? Our laughter? He was God's promise to us, Abraham. His birth was impossible when it happened. Surely God would not ask so much of one man. Not Isaac.
He wants the promise of God. And he's got to do it as he pleases. Do you think I like this, Sarah? Isaac is my heart. The only one I love more than our son is God. If God commands this, I will obey. There is nothing more to be said.
Oh, Isaac, my son. Are you going to tell him? How will you get him to agree to this? How will you tie him down to the altar if he doesn't want you to?
I don't know, Sarah. I don't even know exactly where I'm going. I will have a long walk to think of this. Order the servants to gather the wood. I must be on my way.
All things work for our good, though sometimes we can't see how they could. Struggles that break our hearts in two sometimes blind us to the truth. Our Father knows what's best for us. His ways are not our own. So when your pathway grows dim and you just can't see him, remember, he's still on the throne. God is too wise to be mistaken. God is too good to be unkind. So when you don't understand, when you don't see his plan, when you can't trace his hand, trust his heart.
God, I don't know how am I going to do this. My son, my Isaac. But as you have commanded, I will obey.
He holds our future in his hands. So don't live as those who have no hope. All our hope is found in him. Walk in present knowledge. He sees the first and the last, and like a tapestry, he's weaving you
majesty.